Happy New Year, everybody, and here is the blog for the new year. Conversations with my wife. Now, I can't write this stuff. You know, my best friend David Jack says to me, you haven't written an original line in your life. And he's right. Why do I need to write original comedy? Because I have the best comedy writers. Why should I write them? I have the best comedy writers working for me. Mel Brooks, Buddy Hackett, Henny Youngman, Jerry Lewis, Milton Berle. The best comedy writers work for me. But I got to tell you this conversation because I can't write this up. It is too insane. Yesterday was January 2nd. And in Canada, they have another day, a holiday after the 1st, whatever the bullshit is. Fine. Yesterday morning, I get up and I say, I'm walking over to get bagels. Andrea says, why don't we go out to breakfast? I said, fine. So we drive, Andrea drives the car to go out to breakfast. There's this bagel place that has specials, eggs and bagel and orange juice for $4.99. Great. We drive there. On the way home, I say, on the way home, I want to stop at this variety store to get these little micro cassette tapes because I record all my ideas and all my deals and everything I have going on. I don't listen to the tapes, but I need to record them. So she says, take me home first. I don't need to go to this variety store. Take me home. So we drive home past the variety store. And I take Andrea home. As soon as we pull in the driveway, she says, you know, I'm going to go with you to the variety store. It's her father's birthday. She wants to get a birthday card for her father. So we drive past the variety store to come home, go back to the variety store, so I get this little micro cassette tape. We drive back home. When we get back home, I said, you know, I'd like to have a brownie. So I go to take the car to get a brownie. Now, it's 10 minutes away to get a brownie where I go. I go to get the brownie. I'm driving home. My kid calls me. You got to pick me up at work. My kid works at this yogurt place. You got to pick me up at work. I say, fine. So on the way home, I drive to pick up my kid, and then I come home. I bring the car home. The car's sitting there. Andrea says to the kids, I need you to take the car to the supermarket to buy food. So the kids take the car to the supermarket. I don't know what the hell they bought. They take the car to the supermarket, and they buy food. They bring the car back. Then my kids want to go to the movies. So Jared takes Lauren and his girlfriend to the movies. So Jared takes the car to the movies and then back home. Then Jared wants to pick up his girlfriend. Jared takes the car to pick up his girlfriend. Then he goes to the movies to pick up Lauren and his girlfriend. Then he drives the car home. Then Jared takes the car to take his girlfriend home and takes the car back to the house. Now, I don't know if you can follow all this, but you hear how many times the car's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This morning, we get in the car and it's E. On the gas line. The gas is on E. And he says, how can you leave the gas on E? I said, I didn't leave the gas on E. I said, the car was going back and forth all day yesterday. She says, well, did you have to go get a brownie? That's what she says to me. Did you have to go get a brownie? I went to get a brownie, put the whole car on E, ran out of all gas because I went 10 minutes to get a brownie. Now, did you hear how many times this car was taken not by me? Let's discuss this. Andrea says in the morning, let's go out to breakfast. Andrea drives the car. On the way home, she says, let's go to the variety store, because she didn't want to stop on the way home, so I come home. So now we go back, after getting home, back to the variety store. Then my kid calls me. I got to go pick up my kid at work and take him home. Then Andrea says to the kids, go get me food at the supermarket. The kids take the car. The kids take the car and come back home. Then the kids want to go to the movies. Jared takes the kids to the movies. Jared goes to pick up his girlfriend. Jared picks up the kids to the movies. Jared takes his girlfriend home. 8 times I had nothing to do with the car. But the reason the car is on E, empty, has no gas, because once I went to the store to buy a brownie. That's why I have to do this blog. This is what Andrea said to me. Well, you had to go to get a brownie? I can't write this stuff. And then Andrea says, Jared keeps putting gas. I said, Jared took the car all day yesterday. He took the car to get his girlfriend, bring the girlfriend home, take the kids to the movies, come back. So, well, Jared puts in gas all the time. He puts in gas more than you put in gas. How does she know how many times I put in gas? Do I think I call her, hey, Andrea, I'm at the gas station, I put in gas? Does she know how many times I put in gas? I said, well, the reason Jared puts in gas is because he keeps taking the car. I said, how's this? Why don't we do this? I'm a guy about all solutions. I don't complain about problems. I'm finding solutions for everything. So when she said, well, Jared puts in more money for gas than you do. So I figured, well, if he puts in more money for gas than I do, then I shouldn't be using up the gas that he takes. So I said, well, how's this? When Jared puts in money for gas, I'm not going to take the car. I'm going to let Jared take the car wherever he has to, because it's not fair if I use up the gas Jared puts in. So when Jared puts money in gas, I said, Jared can have the car until it's on E, then I'll take the gas. She says, oh, come on, don't be smart. Don't. I said, well, it's only fair. And when I put money in for gas, then Jared can't take the car. Only I can take the car when I put in the money for gas, and Jared takes the car because that's only fair, right? When she said, well, Jared puts in more money for gas than you do, then it's only fair to do that, right? She said, no, you don't have to do that. Well, then why even bring it up? I tell you, I can't write this stuff when it was on E. And all day yesterday, Jack takes the kids to the movies and back, goes picks up his girlfriend, picks up the kids to the movies, and then comes back to go to the store. Yes.
If I didn't go to pick up Lauren,
yes,
wouldn't your mom have picked him up?
I thought Mom was going to pick him up. The point is, using the car yesterday, the kids had to go to the movies and then come back home.
Like, I'm just saying, I'm not the reason why I went to the movies.
Right. What I'm saying to you is, Andrea says, so in this household, the car was used 8 times, that had nothing to do with me. Andrea wanted to go out to breakfast. Then we came home. Then she wanted to go to the variety store. Then the kids wanted to go to the movies and come home. Then they had to go to the supermarket. Then Jared had to go pick up the girlfriend. Then Jared had to take the girlfriend home. Then Jared had to... 8 times the car was used. Lauren had to be picked up at work to come home. 8 times, and I have to pick up Lauren now, take him home. 8 times the car was used, had nothing to do with me. But the reason that E was on, that the car was empty with gas, is because I went to get a brownie. That's it. Go to davidbronte.com and go to, what the hell's the site? Dave's TV Webpros. What is it?
.wordpress.com.
Thank you. Dave's TV Webpros.wordpress.com. Dave's TV Webpros.wordpress.com. It is the new year. I am building the empire. The empire's already built. I need a new management team to run the empire. A new management team. If you want a lot of cash today, Louis C.K., a comic, made $1 million in 12 days. 12 days going to a web page asking people to download his comedy app for $5. $5. Made $1 million in 12 days. And that's the business model of my world is today. I got hot TV products and chat girls and crazy websites. I need a management team running this. I need business partners running it. I need web pros. I need video pros. I need classified site pros, eBay pros. I got all the deals sitting there. We can be millionaires today. Today's January 2nd. Tomorrow you're a millionaire, but I need people to run the Bronstein Empire. Get in touch with me at Dave's TV Webpros.wordpress.com, and you can see what's going on. All these kids making $10 billion. And check out Dave's webstars.wordpress.com. I'm putting all the stars on, all these kids making a fortune online. Dave's TV Webpros.wordpress.com. And remember, the car is on E because I went to get a brownie. You can imagine if I went to get a piece of arugula. What happened? Jesus Christ, the whole car would have gone kaput.